Most people don't have a memory problem, they have a system problem. You sit down to study, you read the same page again and again, and for a moment it feels like you understand everything. But after a few hours, it's gone. The next day, you barely remember anything. And slowly, you start believing something is wrong with you. But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. You were just never taught how to learn properly. Chapter 1. The Real Problem. The biggest mistake most students make is confusing recognition with understanding. When you read something multiple times, your brain starts recognizing it. It feels familiar, and that familiarity tricks you into thinking you've learned it. But real learning doesn't happen when something feels easy. It happens when your brain struggles to recall information. That's why after hours of studying, you still forget everything. Not because you're weak, but because your method is weak. Chapter 2. Stop passive studying. Most people study in a very passive way. They open a book, read lines, highlight important points, and move on. It feels productive, but in reality, your brain is barely engaged. Instead, after reading one topic, close the book and ask yourself a simple question. What did I just learn? Try to recall it without looking. If you can't explain it clearly, you didn't truly learn it. This method, called active recall, feels harder, but that's exactly why it works. The struggle forces your brain to store the information deeply. Chapter 3. The 30-minute focus rule. Another big reason you can't remember things is distraction. You study for a few minutes, then check your phone, then come back, and repeat the cycle. Your brain never enters a state of deep focus, and without focus, nothing sticks. So try this simple rule. Study for 30 minutes without any interruption. No phone, no notifications, no multitasking. Just one task. At first, it will feel uncomfortable because your mind is used to constant stimulation. But if you stay with it, your brain slowly adapts, and that's when real learning begins. Chapter 4. The Forgetting Curve. Here's something important to understand. Forgetting is normal. Your brain is designed to forget things that it doesn't think are important. So if you study something once and never revisit it, your brain removes it over time. Not because you're not smart, but because you didn't give it a reason to keep it. That's why revision matters, but not in a random way. You need a smarter approach that works with how your brain naturally functions. Chapter 5. The 1-3-7 method. Instead of revising everything again and again, use a simple structure. Revise the topic after 1 day, then after 3 days, and then after 7 days. This method helps reinforce the information at the right time. It signals to your brain that this information is important and needs to be stored long-term. You don't need to study more hours, you just need better timing. Small adjustments like this can completely change how well you remember things. Chapter 6. Environment matters. Your environment plays a bigger role than you think. If your study space is messy, your mind feels cluttered. If your phone is always near you, your focus is always divided. So make a simple change. Create a clean and distraction-free space for studying. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just a simple table, a chair, and your study material. And most importantly, keep your phone away. Sometimes improving your focus is not about adding more habits, but about removing distractions. Chapter 7. The Identity Shift. This is where everything truly changes. Stop telling yourself that you can't focus or that you forget everything. Instead, start building a new identity. Tell yourself, I am someone who learns deeply, and I am someone who focuses. At first, it may feel unnatural, but over time, your actions begin to match this belief. Your identity shapes your behavior, and your behavior shapes your results. When you start seeing yourself differently, everything else slowly starts to change. You don't need to study more, you need to study smarter. You don't need motivation every day, you need a system that works even when you don't feel like studying. Start small. Use active recall, focus deeply for 30 minutes, and revise using the 1-3-7 method. That's it. Simple, practical, and powerful. If you stay consistent with this, one day you'll notice something different. You're not forgetting things anymore, you're actually understanding them. And once you understand something, you don't need to memorize it again and again. So don't just watch this and move on. Try it. because the difference between people who improve and people who stay the same is not knowledge, it's action.